like a lot of people in this world are waking up to realize that they're on a different timeline than they realized. It's this energy of people awakening to the power that they've had all along, and really being allowed to awaken through their own choices, through being given exactly what they manifested. And there is this energy of finality that these institutions, these people in places of power have been allowed to hold that authority for the very breakdown and tower moments that are about to occur on a worldwide scale. And I don't say any of this to fearmonger. I didn't even say anything in my video last night to cause anyone alarm, but these are very awakening times. And I do sense that there's going to be a large number of people that feel disappointed moving forward because they felt they knew God, because they felt that they were working for God. And people are about to be very shocked to discover what side they've been playing for all along. And I see this being orchestrated through a lot of disaster and upheaval. And there is this necessity, just like when you're doing surgery to remove a cancerous tumor, the need of that invasive surgery outweighs the messiness of it, right? And there is a rising of the divine feminine in both men and women that is here to heal, and it is here to topple old traditions. It's here to address the spiritual debt that we are all living with. And so this is going to be allowed to manifest, this breakdown, through our monetary systems, through the breakdowns of our family units. That's where this conflict is manifesting. And it is meant, just like Yeshua said, he would return with a sword to separate families. Who is my mother? Who is my father? It is that energy. We're all being allowed to position ourselves on the board, each a magician, right? Our own player, with the free will that we were given by God when we were born here. And we've been allowed to use that. Some of us have been more afraid to use it the right way, right? And all that's being revealed. All of it's being revealed. And so you're going to see conflict. I think at this point, we can all expect that. This story ends very dramatically. There is a lot of change coming. If you are not anchored deeply within yourself and to your divine creator, if you've been just down here playing haphazardly with your magic, with your power, with your words and your skills and your talents, you are about to pay very, very fiercely for that. There is a time of great reaping. Depending on how you've sown, you will reap. And so this inevitable tower moment that comes for all of us is going to bring destruction for some, and it is going to fill the wings of those of us that can fly, okay? You need to hear me now, because this is not a time for fear. This is what we have prepared for. And I'm talking to somebody, if this is your message, who has been brought through the heart, like a labyrinth of the heart. Literally, it feels like being brought through the eye of a needle, right here through your conscious awareness. And you have been asked to participate in this breakdown through your life with the people you've loved. You may have looked at certain points of your story and said, did I love the wrong people? Did I have children with the wrong partner? And there's just this awareness and this awakening of how you have been allowed to participate in this greater judgment that is being orchestrated and unveiled for all of us right now. There is safety for those of us that have truly navigated this life with a pure heart. There is spiritual protection, literal watching over by your angelic team of every move that you have chosen through your life. And you are going to be in a place very soon of seeing how big this is. This is very, very quick, and we're feeling it, even in the way things are happening in the world right now. There is a very quick adjustment happening, you all. Illusions are being brought to the forefront. Moon energy is very, very big here, literally and spiritually. The moon really represents illusions, right? Things that are buried in our unconscious. And so whether Spirit decides to do the big one with the moon in our lifetime, where something literally happens to the moon that affects the greater cosmos, our planet here, or if we are just living through this time where we already see it, these illusions are falling and it's causing the waves and the tides to change as these things come up from our subconscious collectively to really be addressed on a spiritual and physical level. And so, all of that to say, whoever you are, you're finding this message because you have gone through that eye of the needle, baby. You have surrendered to the divine, okay? And there is triumph here for you. There is a very, very speedy incoming public recognition for the truth that you saw through the illusions, for this truth that you saw about the way that the timelines were splitting and the way that you navigated yourself. This is beautiful Emperor energy. And so those of us that at this time that we have sown the seeds to be sitting in this energy, we sit with that control and that peace, that authority, where we don't have to be flustered by the craziness and the falling towers around us. But make no bones about it, the changes are here, and life is not going back to the way it was. Judgment is being called collective, and so we can expect all of the chaos and all of the fallout from these illusions being made known. Some of us just can't be fooled. So have peace, collective.